Welcome to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Pistol Pete ready to start firing those pistols for the battle we have in store. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Cowboys will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's going to try to return this one. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Aggies offense will start this game off. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down leaves him in second and manageable. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Got the quick pass. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why.
And the pass hits, picked off. Takes it the other way. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
The offense starts with a short field. He'll do it himself. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Now on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense way over-eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. Feeling some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? Was bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and run games and all the different things they can do aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense. These guys are as versatile as it gets.
Getting some heat. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Coming after him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
And the Cowboys will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. At the 20, he's got space. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Defenses have had their hands full slowing this guy down all season long. It's the speed, and it's the open field running ability and vision. That's why he's second in the nation in rushing yards, and that's why he's square in the conversation for the Heisman Trophy.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss play.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give... to set up a big return. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They'll go to the counter. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Handoff from the gun. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They go to the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
The Cowboys will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They make the stop. What you want out of your punt cover unit. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He's right on target. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
PAT unit on the field. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Miami is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Vinny Testaverde and Gino Torretta in the pantheon of great. They're trailing by just 4 to Boston College. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The give to the tailback. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. So the offense accepts a penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. He leaves it with his back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. And the Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds his man, it's Goodman. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Unloads quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. It'll be a draw. And he'll be smacked to the ground. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Off play action. Fires to the big fella.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. They'll go to the air. And the quick shuffle pass underneath. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And when you get these quarterbacks and these offenses in 3rd and long and you know it's passing situations, man, KD bar the door, let's rush the passer, bring everybody. You know what's coming. Get after the QB, and you cause the fumble. Great 3rd down execution by this defense.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
To the air, it's Cook. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Finds the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back like...
And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Makes the catch. It's Goodman. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's going to pass. They're trying to get nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Unloads to the right. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Cowboys will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And it looks as if there will be no... Here as the punt goes out of bounds. just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to move it through the air. Going over the top. He's got it down the right side. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Stillwater. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Boone Pickens Stadium.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage. At the 17. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll go to the ground. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. And the Cowboys will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
On second down, wants to throw. Lays out, gives up his body, and makes the grab on the right side. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Cowboys will have it 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll try it again. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. It is perfect.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe for 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Offense.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Cook. They've got the screen set up. On the move is the 30. Running toward the tape. The 40. The 30. 10. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. At the 35, he's got room. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. He's got 93 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. It's a draw. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Looking downfield, it's Cook. They'll run the screen. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Texas A&M ready to go with another 1st down. They'll try to get outside. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
I love when defensive linemen play with this type of awareness. You knew he wasn't going to be able to get to the quarterback, so he slows the rush down, IDs and finds out where the QB is, and then gets his big old pop.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Touchdown, Texas.
That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. They're trailing by 10 to Boston College. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this race.
Thanks for the update on that one. It goes final. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looking to pass on second down. Complete to the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the gun, running back gets to give. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally tracked down at the 32. He'll keep it himself. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. On second down, looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Goodman. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. He's looking to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got an open man. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And the Cowboys have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They need 7 more yards to reach the end zone. It's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 4th down. And this one splits the uprights. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Mayo. Pulled down at the 18. Bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Looking to throw, it's Cook. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Has to let this one go off his back foot. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The give, and tick, 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 tick. At the 45 on its way. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Try to get it to the edge. At the 20, he's got space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies! Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take it. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Brings it in down the left side. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 6.
Out of bounds.
His offense with a long field in front. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Back to throw, it's Cook. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off. The defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Breaks the tackle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
He'll run it again. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Trying to get the corner. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speeds to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try to pop the draw. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They'll try to get the edge on the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Right back to him on the ground. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And that is no good. Still up by 8 after the miss. 2nd and 10
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he takes the interception return out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap it up. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.